Hello everyone, I'm Dmitry Gaiduk and I'm CEO of CoolTool. I'll continue with the topic of insights from non-conscious, and I really would like to inspire you to try new approaches, new technologies, and especially to measure non-conscious insights. So let me start from short introduction of how our brain works. We are happy that actually our brain is not processing every detail. It works using such a called Autopilot system, System 1, and all details are processed in the background, and our Autopilot system is more powerful than our Explicit system 2. And we don't use thinking when we drive a car. We don't think about road signs or about using pedals. We use Autopilot instead. And we use implicit associative learning for that. And actually, we use the same for all our decisions about brand, decisions about categories or advertisements. And today I would like to demonstrate you how big is the role of implicit part. So let's start from brands. Brands are all about connections. Each time we meet any brand, our brain collects implicit memories. Logo, package, or first trial of the product. So all these moments forms our impressions on implicit attitudes. And we don't buy actually Coke over Pepsi or vice versa because it tastes better. It actually doesn't. We buy it because we consider either happiness or youthfulness, depending on which value our Autopilot consider the most important at this particular moment. And how it works, how our purchase decision works. So the classic scheme is the purchase decision is a compromise between the value and the cost. But it's not that simple compromise between, let's say, quality and the price, or between features and the price. The value is split into the explicit part, which is functional need, and implicit part, which is emotional satisfaction. And same for the cost. It consists of explicit part, actually it's a price tag, the price we pay, and there are implicit or behavioral costs, such as the time or a force to change our current habits. So the next thing, categories. Categories are really important because categories bind categories first. And we are happy to live in the age of new categories. So many new products, new categories appear every year. But how important the implicit knowledge for new categories? And I would like to use the example of Segway. Segway was created as a transport of the future. The company had amazing funding and resources. The level of buzz was crazy, but it failed. Almost 2 years after the launch, the company sold only 6,000 units instead of expected 100,000 units. And the company was wrong with almost all category entry points. So they also didn't calculate any implicit costs I mentioned above. They didn't answer, for example, where can I park it? Where should I drive it? On the road, on sidewalks? Who and with whom should they use it? But look what happened next. With the time and with some implicit knowledge, electric scooters are flooding the world. And why? Because the implicit knowledge here applies to multiple things. It's a well-known form factor of the scooters, more clear implicit cost, and in this particular case, implicit attitude toward shared economy with all these rented scooters. The next thing are ads and brands, and actually we could see even better opportunities for ads, because right now the whole paradigm was changed for advertisement. If previously we need to catch consumer attention, and only after that, on explicit level, we need to communicate some beliefs, or we need to generate sort of like brand awareness, but only after grabbing consumer attention. Right now, we understand that even ad could work on implicit or on passive level. We can generate brand associations or brand connection on this passive level. And the good example here is passive brand exposure from a soccer European football game. It's Adidas. So Adidas is pictured in over 6.5 million unique images on social media every single month. It's a 3 new images every second. As a result, it generates almost $300 revenue per one image. It's amazing, like just this passive way. We never think that it could work for us, but it works. Another thing, last but not least for today from this series, our decision interfaces. So the implicit approach works everywhere. We think we see everything, but it's not true. Actually, our explicit recognition area is very limited. This little area on the screen, which is sharp. The rest is a subject to focus, and this focus is driven by our implicit recognition. So all the time, our peripheral vision is scanning surroundings based on our need. For example, if we are hungry, we are focusing on restaurants. And this is how it works. And now it's time for a few case studies. I would like to show how to use and how to measure the power of this implicit communication. So I'll start from Stella Artois case. It's a advertisement from recent Super Bowl set, and I'll show you how Stella Artois talks implicitly. The beer category is typically connected with men, and includes the main focus of this particular advertisement was on women. And our goal was to uncover how much is the perception of drinks could be changed as a result of advertisement, implicit perception of different drinks. So we conducted implicit test before and after the ad, and you could see we could see here a strong association, implicit connection between beer and men, and cocktails has implicit connection with women. And then we demonstrated the advertisement. Let's see it.
Hello, good to see you again.
Likewise.
Please, Cosmopolitan.
Nope, tonight I'll have a Stella Artois. Your Stella, please. Thank you. Oh.
Wild night, huh?
Why, Russian?
No, Gary, give me a Stella Artois.
Excuse me. Good choice.
Well, changing can do a little good. Dude abides.
Yeah, so these are results of implicit test after watching the ad. So we could see that actually everything changed here, and even on implicit level, the attitude toward drinks was changed, and beer is no longer associated with women. So it could be done through the ad and through the emotions and in this advertisement. And my next topic will be, next case will be about another great case, how ad could work on implicit level. It's a Pepsi. And the topic of this advertisement was, is Pepsi okay? So let's see the ad first.
I'll take a Coke.
Is Pepsi okay?
Is Pepsi okay? Is Pepsi okay? Ow! Our puppy's okay. Is a shooting star okay? Is the laughter of a small child okay? Are you with me? You seem confused. Let's role play. Now.
Okay, I'm Steve. I'm an actor.
No. Just order something.
I'll
You
have...
will have a nice cold glass of the best thing you ever tasted. Okay?
Okay.
I think you might be just saying it wrong. You gotta say it with pride, okay? Okay. Oh, yeah, kind of. Pepsi's more than okay. It's okay! Okay, what have we learned today?
You want a Pepsi?
I want a Pepsi.
She wants a Pepsi. There you go. Like Little John.
Okay, so you could see that this ad is funny, but is Pepsi okay? It could be perceived quite controversially by both Pepsi and cola consumers. So what do we see from analysis of emotions? So in this particular case, we used not implicit test, but we used measuring emotions. We could see good positive trends of delight emotion, which is really good, and it works well for the audience. And the level of positive emotions is increasing to the end. So all looks really good, but there are some negative emotions like sadness, and it's also increasing to the end of the advertisement. So we analyzed those emotions separately for Pepsi and cola users. And we found out that all those negative emotions belongs to Coca-Cola consumers, and even for them, we can see there are some good peaks of positive emotions. This beginning and the end of the advertisements, it's all about Pepsi brand. So I believe that like skeptical about brand itself. But anyway, those positive emotions are fixed inside of their heads. As a summary, I could say that is Pepsi okay is really okay for Pepsi consumers, and they're happy with this. But for Coca-Cola users, there is some small impact, but not that big. I don't think we convenience them on that big level. And last case for today, it's about Facebook, and it's about the role of implicit connection for building the trust. We've conducted this study last year after the Cambridge Analytica scandal, and it's again a very simple case. So when we asked explicitly, when we used a survey, we found that Facebook is inferior to LinkedIn and Instagram by perception of security. So this is quite a sign, and of course this is a result of the that effect. And on implicit level, we could see a complete. It's not like completely opposite result, but it's still perceived safely. On the same level, it has the same associations with safety as other social networks. So this could be this could help a brand owner to support and improve image, because actually inside themselves, consumers still consider Facebook as safe and perceive it as safe. And what I did today, I demonstrate you that all those measurements of implicit insights or measurements of non-conscious could be quite simple. So we use our automated platform. It's actually what we do in Culture. We automate and simplify this non-conscious research. So we combined survey with emotions measurement, eye tracking, implicit test, and online behavior. And right now, I'll agree with Diana, it's really easy to conduct studies using non-conscious techniques. It's not costly, and you can conduct it in hours or in 1 or 2 days instead of weeks. So it's a really good time, and those implicit insights works really well. And again, I inspire you to use those non-conscious measurements and talk implicitly to your consumers. That's it. Thank you. I'll be happy to answer your questions.